So the question is about resources for marketing and promotion.
Wow, I wear many hats. We all go to schools, right? We all are graduating from schools where there might be a design program, a college that has a dance program with an arts program, and with a photography program. If you're in the Faculty of Fine Arts, there is photographers and videographers and design programs. I think that's where it's a good place to start. I think if you have a friend who does business cards or does design, then you could just say, you know what do you think about this concept? Business cards are cheap to print. I think I paid under $100 for like 1,000. I'll put them right here at the end. But the design was basically a friend of mine who actually works in design, and I just said, look, you're gonna be my photographer and you're gonna design my everything for my company. And he was like, okay. And I've been using him ever since, and he's been doing some great work. And we've been going back and forth saying, change that a little bit. These are the ideas I want, and we come up with a great design for the business card. And everywhere I go, networking, I push my business card. Ultimately, it links back to who I am as an artist and what I can potentially do. Resumes are important. It's just about how you structure them and how you make them work for you. I think they should always be altered depending on what you're applying for. Life shouldn't be constant. It shouldn't be, this is it, and there's nothing else. There's no formula. And that goes back to even that advice, right? There's no formula. It's about how you make it work and where you find your niche and having the confidence, like Michael said, in knowing that you have a product. And there are cheap places to print stuff. You just have to investigate and just find them. If you went to a college and it's cheaper to print at college than to print at Staples, go back to your college.
I think for commercial, the most important thing would be headshots, and it's hard to be cheap for that because that's the first and most important impression they get from you, and it constantly needs to be updated, unfortunately. So every time you cut your hair, you color your hair, you always need to be, which I sometimes don't do. But you should be, and that's the most, I guess, expensive thing. Then resume, bio, and all that, you can do it yourself, but updating it all the time, constantly. And business cards are easy to get, but all of them are really important.
I would say take stock of who your friends and relatives are. When I was first producing my own shows, my father-in-law hadn't retired from his job yet, and he worked at Xerox. So I got all my flyers done for free. But I think things like that are really important. I have a friend who's a photographer who actually will be shooting my dress rehearsal for my DanceWorks main stage show, and she and I have had a deal for almost 10 years where she does shoots for me, and I do modeling for her when she has her own artistic, like non-commercial based photography inspiration jobs, whatever it is. And this has worked really well, even though we're both fairly established artists now. This trade-off still works for both of us. It's essentially, I'd be giving her a whole chunk of money that she would give back to me, so we just stop that and give each other some help.
And if people do stuff for you, find ways to do things back for them. I've made the mistake of not. And I've learned, so don't make that mistake. Be grateful and appreciative. Give them free things, make them dinner.
Get them to come to your show, because then you both win, right?
Or a thank you card.
Yeah, that's true. No one writes thank you cards anymore.
No one writes them?
No. Maybe I'll just add a little bit too that there's kind of a growing importance around having an online presence. And there was a recent study that was done through Creative Trust, which is an organization you can look up, that says that dance is the art form that is most researched online, and people look for video content online more than any other art form before they make a decision about coming to a show. So it's just something to consider if you're creating work and promoting it, that having an online presence is really important. We know that when we do research about things that we're interested in, the internet is kind of a number one resource. And so having a profile online that reflects what you do, I think is increasingly important.